All right, so I'm going to start over and just build a video and upload it to YouTube. So here is my storage space in the back of the 4Runner. I have a fridge that does pretty awesome, and I operate that mostly on solar. And this video shows you the solar system that I have on my 4Runner. So on the top here, I have a 100-watt Renology solar panel with Renology brackets, stainless hardware. Here's the wiring to it, so it's all tucked up and nice and neat. When you do go to install this, there's a sequence to connecting it, because as soon as that panel sees light, it's going to produce energy, and it will shock you. Trust me on that. So yeah, cabling is all zip tied so it doesn't rattle around and rub and all that. So it's all zip tied along here into the wire loom that connects the windshield wiper and the 4Runner, so it loops up. It's all taped up and nice and neat, so it goes in there, and then you can pull all this down. This is pretty simple to pull down. So you pop that down, wire runs here, behind all this, so you can pull all this out. There's a couple screws and stuff you have to take out, but this is all pretty simple to remove. So you run your cabling back there, and it pops out right here. I just drilled a little hole, cleaned it all up with a razor. So it comes out of here into the Renology rover system. So I have a 40 amp MPPT charge controller, goes in there, and then I have one wire that comes out of here, and it feeds, it's this black one, and it just runs along here, there. Please don't mind the 4Runner, it's super dirty. I was on a trip last week. So then it runs kind of in that door sill all the way up. Again, don't mind the 4Runner, it's super filthy. So it continues to come this way, and then I have it so it snakes up back into there. And it comes out right here, and it just connects to the battery. So negative, positive, I do have a 10 amp fuse on it. And the wiring I'm using is it's a 12-2 wire, 12 gauge. So there's that. So coming back here to the system itself, so I have that one wire that runs. So this controller maintains the battery power and sends the power back up to the battery if it needs it. This is like a brain, and it just controls everything. So then out of here I have one of these wires comes out of here and to a Blue Sea fuse block. So there's plenty of ports on here that I can add to. I only have two things hooked up right now, but yeah, I've got plenty there. I'll fix that after the video. So so coming out of here, there's a negative side and there's a positive side. Coming out of here, coming out of here, and it snakes around. And this goes to my connection point for the ARB fridge. If you have any other fridge, it's all the same. So that's all nice and neat and soldered in there, crimped, heat shrinked. That way it's all stays tight and nothing pops loose when you're running down a dirt road or whatever. So there's a harness that comes out of here and connects to the back. I keep it on this, like, it's actually a keychain that I got at the hardware store. so that way it keeps the wiring from getting stuck in the track when I pull the fridge in and out. So when the fridge goes out, this goes with it, and as you slide it back in, this little keychain plastic spring pulls the wire back. And then out of this, I also have, so it comes out of here and just loops around into a Blue Sea fuse or a USB. So there's 2 USBs here that are always on, and then I have a Blue Sea bracket, and that works out super nice. So if the girls are riding back here, I have got 2 USBs with my awning. So I have an awning on the side, and when the awning's out, I have USB LED lights that go on the awning, and then I have like a USB extension cord, so that can go into the 4Runner here, plug in there, and I've got lights underneath my awning. It's pretty awesome. And then the Bluetooth controller, so I think they call it a BT1. I don't know what's behind there. Yeah, BT1 by Renology. So this emits the Bluetooth signal. You download the Renology app, and it shows you pretty much everything, where the system's at, how much it's drawing, how much it's putting out. If you have a power inverter, it will tell you how much that's pulling. It's a pretty cool little app, and it actually has really good range. So yeah, there's that. The only thing I don't have hooked up is the temperature sensor. So there is a port, and I have the temperature sensor, but there's a port in here, and like a little temp probe that you run up, and you either tape it to a battery or you shove it in between the 2 batteries. You know, basically you secure it near your battery, and it's reading the temperature around your battery system, and the brain system here will evaluate all that and maximize your charge. So I am going to install that, but just haven't had time. But yeah, that's my solar.